What's up, guys? It's Smiley with Parallel Defense. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Today I wanted to talk about something that I spoke about 2 years ago, and the video did great numbers, but in 2 years a lot of stuff has changed, and that's going to be upgrades to your SIG 365 series pistol, whether that be the X, the XL, or the XMacro. So 2 years ago I did a video on my top 5 upgrades, and so much stuff has come out since then. And I decided let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that I spoke about then, but let's kind of bring ourselves to 2024 and speak about what we got going on there. So right now in 2024, the 365 is probably one of the largest sellers on the market as far as carry concealed goes. It's probably one of the best handguns, and later on I'll be doing a video on why it is the gold standard now in today's society. But before we get to that video, let's just talk about things you can do to upgrade your 365, your 365 XL, or your 365X macro. So I'm gonna go ahead and dive into it. Very first thing on my list, and it was the same first thing on my list before, was the grip module. Right now I am running the Icarus Precision Poly Grip. So initially, when I first got my 365, I was running the Wilson Combat Grip. Phenomenal grip. I had a Empire PBF Katana magwell on it, made the thing very comfortable to shoot. It was extremely enjoyable. Then I reached out to Icarus Precision, and they were able to get me their XL grip. That grip was amazing. Ran the crap out of it. Now I have two favorite grips that I run. I run the 365 XMacro Bronze Fire Color. This is their sub macro grip. This grip here is their aluminum version. It is a crazy upgrade in my opinion. The feel of the grip, the texture, the weight of it, everything on this grip just makes this gun so much nicer than it already is that I'm gonna be honest, right now, I'm sad that I don't have this on the pistol itself. I'm actually building another 365 right now, just so I don't have to choose between my poly and my aluminum frame grip. These grips are slightly expensive, but again, like anything in the industry, when you decide to put good money into your firearm, into your tool, you want to make sure you get good results out of it. This right here is the next level. You've already seen from Icarus Precision other grips come out, like for the Zeb OZ9, which hopefully I can get one of those sometime here and put it on. The grips are a major enhancement. So this right now I'm getting ready to send off to Grayman Solutions so I can get a holster made for it, because that is the only weird thing about it. Again, Icarus does make grips and they make a lot of other things, but holster compatibility is slightly off with their aluminum grips due to the shelves that they have here on the frame themselves. Those shelves on your aluminum frames, they're on both sides. They don't really work with a lot of holsters. Right now, I'm running mine in a tier 1 Glock 48 holster. I do get decent retention. It does not click into play, and if you flip it upside down and shake it twice, it is gonna fall out, but that's enough retention for me to carry it, so I move on from there. The other grip is going to be the poly, like I mentioned. This grip right here is Icarus's affordable model for people that don't want to put $300 into a grip module. You get so many of the features that you get with the actual aluminum grip in their polymer version. So their polymer version definitely has that aggressive texture that Icarus is known for, but it also has your shelf or your gas pedal on whichever side you prefer, or it comes with no gas pedal at all. So if you're someone that already has a 365 holster that works and you wanted to get this grip, I'm not going to say 100%. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure if you went slick on both sides, no gas pedal, it will have a positive retention in a regular holster, especially if you're running it with a TLR7 sub. So grip is gonna be my first one. Right now, I have been running the poly grip now for about 3 months. Yeah, it's April since SHOT Show. I've had this on there and I love it. You don't have the weight like you typically would with the aluminum frame, but all the other features are there. The integrated magwell that is in the poly frame is there. It's amazing to run. And then for the price, I want to say it's sub $100, or it might be like $125. So in that price range, the grip is amazing, and I definitely, if I didn't have the aluminum grip, I would have switched out my Wilson Combat for this grip. This is a macro grip. I don't believe they make a polymer one in any of the other variants. If you're running an XL variant, you can definitely run the Wilson Combat if you want to stay in the polymer area. But if you want to go aluminum, Icarus is the way. I have got to play with some of the other aluminum grips out there. I think Sharp Bros makes an amazing aluminum grip. It also has the feature of the gas pedal, the shelves on each side, and I think their grip is also really, really well. Haven't had one of my own to play with and get a lot of rounds behind to talk about, but they make a really good one. The Mischief machine grip, the weight feels good. I love that you can change out the panels. I think that's a super cool feature. I did not like the texture of it. It did feel very slick, so I felt like when I was shooting it, it was hard to actually grab the grip of it. And I did not like that it was slick on the side. I didn't like that it didn't have any gas pedals. I felt like my finger could just ride up and down the side with nothing to place it on. So, and there's things around that, right? If that's the company you like and you want to go with, you can put grip tape on the side, or you can reach out to somebody to get it knurled so you do have that texture. But again, you have 3, 4, and then you have Shallow Tech 5 grips now that you can switch to. That's my number 1 swap out if I had to go ahead and place it at anything, but we'll go ahead and move forward. My number 2 right now, or an additional upgrade, is going to be the slide. So if you guys are still in the age where you're just rocking the 365 by itself or a 365 XL, they do have your Spectre Comp models that are compensated, right? They're integrally compensated and they make a world of difference to the gun. Currently, I'm running one of 2 different slides. So this is my FDES original 365 integrated slide. Right, this is from FDES. This is not the SIG model. This is theirs. I have crazy amount of round count on this one. I really don't. I was running this for a long time. I honestly didn't want to switch because I got everything I needed with just this right here. I had the length still up to a very short length, so it was kind of running like a Glock 19 length with the macro grip. It was amazing. I have no complaints. The goal eventually is to buy another FCU, drop it on, and then run this model just like this, how I was before. The slide I'm currently running is the FDES's V2 XXL slide. So this slide is super nice as well. It is a bit longer. In this configuration right here, my 365 is practically a full-size handgun with micro or slimline features. And the cool thing about that is I get everything I would out of a full-size handgun, but in a carry size package. That's what I like about this slide right here. I do have the length of it. It is running an XL barrel, a compensated slide, and I have ports at the front. I decided to go with the 4-point model where you have your cuts at each port. I thought that was a cool little design. Both of these slides are phenomenal. That was my second step because originally I was just running a standard XL, and then I jumped over to this model because the XL shoots great, right? Don't get me wrong, on the 365 platform, even from the standard small, very, very compact size up to the macro size, they all shoot really well. But me as a shooter, I felt like I got a lot more when I decided to compensate the slide and even go with the ports. As far as ammo goes, I haven't had any run-ins. I've even tried to run frangible through this, which is something a lot of people don't do. So 90 grain frange ran perfect. I can run 115, 124, and 147 perfectly out of my 365 with the ports. So again, that's 4 ports and the comp at the end, no issues there. So the slide is definitely going to be my next one. You guys can go with FDES, you guys can go with SIG. I believe Norso makes slides now. I've even seen Lone Wolf out there with slides. A lot of people are making slides, but the ports make a huge difference in the shooting factor of the firearm itself. Moving on from there, I am still rocking my Empire PVF trigger. A lot of people don't like it, and I believe it's actually discontinued now. I don't mind at all. I love the trigger itself, but you have other triggers out there. I think the next one I'll go with for my next build will be the Gray Man. Gray Guns, excuse me. Gray Guns trigger is super nice. Tactical development makes a trigger. And then if you go Gucci, the 365 comes with, if you get the custom work one, their angle trigger, which also works. Just make sure, in my opinion, right, I don't want my traditional curved trigger. I didn't like those. It felt hard to grip. I felt like my finger was always slipping. Not a huge fan of those triggers, but this trigger has ran well for me now. I've had it for probably the 2 years since I made that last video. If you go look at the last video, this trigger's installed there, and I even had it for a couple months then when I was running it. So I like that trigger a lot. Outside of the trigger, the grips, things that I think are mandatory, and this is just my opinion, you need more ammo, right? I like to have as much ammo as I can as far as like a comfortable carry. Right now, I am running my macro mags. These are 17 round mags, all right? So let's capture all this. This is a full-size handgun in a carry size package with a 17 round capacity. 17 rounds in the gun. You can't beat that for carrying, right? This is the most that I think when you talk carrying, this is the most we've seen as far as capability goes. We have put so much into this platform. Right now, it is beating the Glock 43, the Glock 48, the Springfield Hellcat. You're putting so much into this gun that it is on par with the Glock 19, the Glock 17, right? The other thing you're not getting is the chunkiness, the width. It's a slimline package for that. Phenomenal choice. I would definitely upgrade to the macro mags. If you guys didn't know, the macro mags do fit in all of the 365 variants. So if you're running a regular 365, you can smack a macro mag in there. If you're running an XL, this will fit in there. And understand that. Now, it doesn't work, it doesn't go reverse. If you're running a macro length grip, you do need the macro length magazines. But this is a huge upgrade for me. If you're running mag guts, that's also a notable mention. A lot of people in my last video said mag guts. They were running their 12 round magazines, the XL ones, and they were getting 14 rounds out of it with one in the head. So 15 rounds giving you that capacity of a compact size handgun in the slim size. You definitely should look at doing that. Or I think your 15s could even go up to the 17 that I have here in their standard 15 for the XL. So those are good things that you want to look at. Another notable mention are going to be these springs. So I spoke about the Javelin. This is the Empire Javelin. I have it in my standard XL slide here, or my compensated XL slide here. I thought that ran phenomenal. Like, I had no issue with that at all. I am not running the Javelin in the XXL model. If you can't see, this does have that nice cut up front to reduce weight. But if you do have a Javelin, you do know it is slightly difficult to get the triangle to match up with the cup at the end. So I was having trouble getting it into my XXL slide. I'm not sure if it can be done because I haven't done it. I just couldn't get it in there from seeing it in. I was having issues. What's up, guys? Smiley again. Not sure what happened. I did lose a ton of audio data, so I jumped back in to give you guys the last little bit of this. We had just finished going over the Javelin recoil spring. You guys can also check out DPMS. They also make a recoil spring. I don't have much time with that one, so I mean, I would take that with a grain of salt. I just know they're out there. I haven't heard any complaints. I know they send you 3 springs, which is super nice to have in the event that one is not working with a certain ammo. I had no issue with the Javelin, like I said, but we'll move on from there. So that was kind of all of the major upgrades aside of all the generic stuff. In today's society, it's almost mandatory to have a couple of things on your pistol. One is going to be an optic and a flashlight. There's a handful of people that have not moved over yet. I'm telling you now, from a shooter's perspective, having an optic is going to take a lot of the work for aiming out. I'm not saying anything's wrong with iron sights for that crowd out there that prefers them, but I definitely suggest an optic. It definitely takes, like I said, a ton of the work out, makes it a little bit easier, more efficient, if you will. I am running an Holosun EPS carry. This is by far my favorite carry size optic currently. It is a fully enclosed optic, so you don't have to worry about getting rain inside or debris. Just a swipe on the back glass and you're good to go. They also make their EPS, which is a size up for their compact. Other notable mentions are going to be any of the Holosun K series. I definitely enjoyed them. They're a bit smaller, but you don't have to really, like, most of the guns are going on small guns anyways. The EPS is also about the same size. The one that's up from this, but still the same size and footprint, is going to be the Swamp Fox Sentinel 2. I don't think the Sentinel 2 gets enough love. It is a very large window for what you're getting in a K footprint. It's one of my favorite optics. Not my favorite, but definitely it's probably my number 2. I would take that over one of the K series optics for sure. Aside of your optic, I definitely think having a flashlight on your carry gun is mandatory. That's just me. I do want to be able to PID, and I don't want to be the guy that's trying to use lighting techniques to light an area if I can just use a weapon mounted light. It makes it a lot easier. With the TLR7 sub, you get 500 lumens. I did see something interesting the other day where somebody changed out the head and they put an RM1, I believe that's the rifle light, on here. It's still 500 lumens, but it gave the person a lot more candela, which is going to be your throw or your beam if you're not sure what candela means. And I thought that was a cool factor. On this, it would probably stick out just a little bit or be kind of, it would definitely stick out a hair on this, but that's fine. If you want more candela, you can go that way. Those are big things. Last but not least, I kind of threw the little pinch in there, but the Align Tactical Mag Release is super nice to have on your pistol. I've seen a lot with SIG guys when they shoot with their support hand grip, if it's properly, they will put pressure on and the pressure will engage the magazine release and it will drop your magazine. The Align Tactical one pushes it a little bit forward, so when you are gripping it, I don't care how much you're pushing, you're not going to hit it. You're not having any meat of your hand touch that mag release, so you don't have to worry about your mags falling out. I definitely think it is a pretty affordable upgrade if you're looking for something small to do, but a very effective one. But besides all that, these are all phenomenal products. This is a huge list of stuff, so go ahead, check out all of it. If you have any questions, drop them below, any comments. I want to give a shout out to all the companies that have helped on my 365 videos. Icarus Precision, FDES, Align Tactical, all you guys, thank you so much. But definitely, just because you didn't support the channel, check out the other guys. Sharp Bros makes good stuff, Mischief Machine makes good stuff, Norso makes good stuff, Lone Wolf. There's a ton of people out there making stuff for the 365. This is, again, probably, I think it is the most versatile carry platform there is. So go ahead, check them out. If you guys are huge fans of the channel, I am working some strings right now to get some merch out from Obsidian Tactics. If you guys didn't know, Obsidian Tactics is a huge supporter of the channel. They help me get a lot of the stuff that companies won't send me to test out when I pay for it. So check them out. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, drop them below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share if you don't mind. Thank you guys. Have a good one.